Okay, I'm out in the shed and I thought, I've just been charging a few cars with batteries that are a bit down at the moment, and made me remember that we haven't started this thing for 6 months. Oh, of course the key's not in it. Oh, hang on, back in a sec. All right, walking back to the car. Of course, we don't keep all the keys to all these different Porsches and that sitting in the shed here. Or this one up here is some... I don't know what made me think the key was going to be sitting on the seat in there. Yeah, we don't do that. So anyway, good advertisement for not what to do. Well, what to do, but not what to think you do. Let's have a look. I think we've had this one on trickle charge. It's been about 6 months. No, it wouldn't be that long. No, that's... Yeah, I had this piece over here, so I'll just disconnect the trickle off that for a second. Oh, we're over here. And it's a very slight trickle that most times will do the job. So I'm going to be interested. I reckon it's been 4 months. You'd have to check the last video date. I'll have to do that myself. But if there's a bit of cobweb there, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. No, there's a little bit of cobweb. Which, being inside one of these units, they keep pretty clean, to be honest. But, let's get in. These seats are a murder, by the way, to get into for an old guy. All right. Oh, man, the smell of this thing is so new. The smell, everything. Oh, I miss this car so much in the fact that I've only driven it, I think it's 2 or 3 times. You have to check my videos. Each time I think I make some sort of announcement. But all right, so I've got the rear opened up, so we're not going to... So this doesn't... I was on the phone to Sam and she said, oh, so you are opening up the back of the air chamber? And I said, yeah. She said, otherwise it's going to look like with all your health problems that you gave up and you committed suicide and, and I said, well, you know what? But it'd be a good advertisement for air chamber. Fastest way to, knock yourself off, just put your car in an air chamber, keep all the surroundings like so, and they could measure the efficiency of how good they're at suicide. It's terrible. All right, that's a shocking subject. Okay, that's good. The Porsche navigation system. Yes. They're just beautiful, these cars. They really are. There's so much going on in them that now I am out of gear. So in theory, and they have the electronic brakes on these things, so when you brake there, it's like that there. Oh, it wasn't even on. Well, that's embarrassing. Should have been. All right. Press clutch. So good. It's service now. What's here? Oh, that battery, even though it's trickle charged. Yeah, we need to get this out a bit. That's unreal. Oh, it started, so that's good. Forgotten half the things on this car. I really have. I've got a box, I haven't even connected up yet, that allows the stereo to be all YouTube and everything and blah 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 like the other cars. Phone, right, navi, map, right. Source, sound, info. Okay. So it's been a long time since I've played with this car. I'm just being a bit, yeah. Oh, that's right. You got your exhaust buttons too, so I won't rev it too much at the moment. It's just, but that there is to quieten your exhaust down. I'm only giving it, you can see, like the sound of it's very muffled. And then if I undo the gates, oh yeah. So yeah, that's if you've got people in the morning that you don't want to wake up. And yeah, traction control off, that might be dangerous. My goodness. All right, well, still works. It's got to be good news, doesn't it? Sort of, and that's right, you had all the little dash things. How do you get into those again? Is it that one? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, look, I've forgotten so much of this car. I'm going to have to remember. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because you can put your GPS screen up on the little gauge there. What else did it do? It says you're in Hogan Lane. Oh yeah, trip computer stuff. Oh, it's got a bit of fuel in it, so that's good. Huh. Tyres, the little pump up. About 32 on these, I think, from memory. 32. Torque, does that work? Oh yeah. revving it very gently while it's just warming up though. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're due an oil change too. It's been sitting for long enough now, so that's the other reason I'm not going too crazy on it. No phone connected. I obviously haven't connected the phone yet. Anyway, yeah. Oh boy, I've missed this thing. It's going to be nice during summer to get back out in it. But I just thought, boy, I need to just get out and have it. Well, make sure that it's still in one piece. And yeah, no, it is. Love this car, but yeah, it certainly doesn't see the road enough. Anyway. All right, well, I'm just going to let that run for a little bit. So this is a bit of oh, they work. What's the lock like for? Is it like if you had the door shut, you could just automatically lock yourself in or something? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, just to emergency lock yourself in. So if you've got someone that's a predator or something like that. What's the option? Oh, for nav. Okay, so you just do all that. Yeah, all right. I have not spent hardly any time in this car. Is it obvious or not? Yeah, anyway. Hopefully get the other one, actually while this is warming up and just doing what it's going to do, let's show you what the other one's all about. Just got some parts coming from Germany for Sam's out here, so she's on at me. She's really on at me. Notice hers is out in the rain and my other 911 is sitting over here and not in the rain. But what we're doing this one, they get little issues with the roof functions. So what I've done is I've pulled out the motor system, and they always have problems with these here. And basically, you pull them out, just sort the seal out, and fill it back up with hydraulic fluid. And the hydraulic fluid is the thing that makes this roof go back and forth, which is all sort of in place at the moment. It's not going to go very far. As when it's in default mode, you'll find your bottom windows do drop down. So, but yeah, this one's a nice one. I bought this for Sam. I don't know if you know the story, but I bought this for Sam because I thought a 911 upgrade would be good for her. Doesn't want it. Seriously. She wants, because it's Tiptronic. She said, I want to keep my 986, and I said, well, all right. And this one here, what we do, this is the, if you can imagine, when you open the roof on the Porsche, that's the little locking system that it has. And there's two little micro switches we replace in there that you've got one's just there and the other one's over there somewhere. And I've had a lot of 911s, so it's one of the, with convertibles, the thing you always end up doing. But it means that you don't get stuck in the rain with a roof that won't go down. So anyway, all right, well, yeah. So this one I want to get into this week and see if we can. If Sam's not going to use it, I don't know what we're going to do with it just yet. I like it. It's really nice. It's but we are running out of space, so we'll see. It's definitely one that we'll run the options through and decide what we do with. But it's got a great history. It's had all the IMS bearings done on the motor. It's done so many things that you just you headache if you get a problem with. But anyway, but I do need to move some cars because I've got to be sensible at some stage and stop hoarding, because we are a little bit jam-packed at the moment. It is definitely, I keep on saying this in videos, that it's just getting a little bit tight, which I tell Sam up the top there, we've just done a cutaway for a new shed. I said to her, that's the answer. It's not anything to do with anything else but getting another shed up. But no, I'm not being serious. That's look, I might do another shed, but not for that reason. Anyway, all right, well, it's sounding beautiful. I didn't expect it to sound too bad. I just expected that the trickle charge might not have. Sometimes I don't keep up with the electronics, the residual current being drawn on the electronics. So even though, but you also don't want to put a full charge on them for 3-4 months. You'll end up with a battery that's in trouble too. A bit like motorbikes, you've got to be a little bit cautious with them. Absolutely. And this fella, got to get this down. Got the roller door being replaced hopefully in the next month, and we'll go back to fully automatic. And that's the only reason it's sitting up there, to be very honest. The whole thing is just a bit comical how these errors have occurred. Haven't had a chance to look underneath this thing actually, because they did the pipe system through there. all the catalytic converters. So they kept the cats on, which is good for legal reasons. But they've done a bit of a H pipe through there, and oh yeah, nice big mufflers and bits. Okay, yeah. This thing sounds pretty awesome when it's on the road. It's really nice. It's not, I was going to say bark, but it's not really a bark, but it's a, you know, it can, like if you really hit it, it can bark, but it's certainly, you know, 727 horsepower. It's actually more than that, but I don't like to say that just yet because we've done a couple of mods since then, but we haven't had it on the dyno. So until we get on a dyno, and you know, I'm just quoting the typical Roush number of 727, you know, that they do at Mustang Motorsports. So, and I guarantee you that's not at the wheels. So, I love people how they quote numbers like this. It's and I'm terrible for it. I love saying, you know, like, what's the track org? 707 horsepower. I saw Paul Ashby make a comment the other day, and it's this guy that's going on about horsepower, and he was a bit confused about his dyno reading versus the horsepower, and Paul said, "You didn't actually think that was at the rear wheels, did you?" He's right. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions about you know, horsepower. In the end, you know what, unless you're racing and doing a whole lot of number stuff and you're really into it, God, this is dirty at the moment, but I've been using it as my day car a bit, so I've got to take it out tonight actually, so no point in cleaning it just yet, yeah, but I mean, Paul's right, you know, sort of they're enormous horsepower, but they're not quite always what people say on Facebook sites. How's that, eh? People on Facebook not being accurate. Yeah, there's something for a first. Anyway, all right, well, I'll let that run for a little while. I'd love to take it for a drive, but look at the conditions at the moment. It's wet, it's grey. Oh, sorry, and it's unregistered. Might be the last little point, you know. Isn't it funny how I got to that point last? Not admitting anything here, but just admitting that that was the last point, not the first one. But anyway, all right. And Sam, if you're watching this video, your ice spot. We always thought ice spot. It's like ice. What did we say? Something about she's a dealer or something with ice. I don't know. Anyway, and yeah, we just got to do a couple of things over here. HR's got to go. Look, I'd love to keep and do some stuff to it. I really pondered over it, but I got too much on, and it's just, you know, got to get on top of some of this radio stuff versus creating another project. But it's a great base for doing a project. You know, it's a bit like this one, the 7-year build on this thing. I keep on sort of saying, look, this is probably the best one I own at the moment in my older stuff, and I mean that. It really is. It's absolutely stunning. Needs clean too. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to go on. Oh, there you go. You need to see Sam's motor in the back there. Can you see it over the top there? No, too dirty. Oh, yeah, a little bit, but pretty dirty, isn't it? Jeez. But yeah, so that's the Porsche Boxer motor. That we're doing a couple of bits and pieces and checking some wiring. And Sam's car, it's only taken about a year to actually get to it. So anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to go sit in my. Isn't it funny? Like, I could literally just. If I went into the house and got the box, I could actually be watching YouTube in here and just sit here, let it run, and enjoy this. Anyway, God, love the Porsche. All right, all the best, guys, and just a silly video. This one's not really probably going to keep anyone's attention for more than about 2 minutes, but anyway, you know what? I do it because it dates for me when I last actually jumped into a car, and I can go back to my YouTube videos and say, okay, so it's been 6 months, 5 months, 4, you know, etc. And sometimes it is, that's for sure. All right, love the label, the best. Cheers, guys, all the best.